Oh my gosh. The fakest cry. Same energy. Welcome back to the reality train wreck that is 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Loren seems to have his fake cry on point, or perhaps it's fake as hell and he just thinks he's good at it. Tigerlily and Adanon are fun in the sense that Adanon still is aiming to be better than Zoolander because he probably has Zoolander as his idol. Interesting in that fact. Bryan seems to think it was a good idea just to reveal everything to Ingrid, and not only that, he keeps coming up with stuff and seems to be lying nonstop. So this should be interesting because he was one of my favorites, so maybe I'm wrong. That will be to be determined. Veah thinks it's a good idea to bring her ex-boyfriend with her to meet Sunny, so train wreck definitely. And we're introduced to Niles, who, God love him, he might be, just by this one of my favorites. I feel bad for him. I hope he makes the right decision, but we will see. First, let's see what's going on with Tigerlily and the fact that she decided to get married all because Adnan wanted to have sex, and now she's having regrets.
But I can't leave Tigerlily with another man.
What?
Like in one room alone. You know, and this is the rules, in Arabic and in Jordan.
Look at him.
I did not know that.
He is dumbfounded considering the fact that he's been friends with her for all these years. And let me just remind you that she just got out of a supposedly controlling relationship. And the reason she left was because it was controlling. And yet here we are in one of the most controlling relationships that you've probably ever had. So does it make sense? Make it make sense.
Adnan did tell me that he had videographers coming to document the whole day. But when I open up the door and I see that the videographers are men.
Yeah. What on earth? He just got done saying you can't be around men, but yet I'm going to send men. Is it men I don't know? Is it men I say is okay? Because this is getting a little confusing for what the control aspect is. Well, not really confusing for the control aspect. It's 100% control, because that's what it is. I say what goes. You don't get a say. If I decide to change the rules, it's okay. You sure as hell don't get to change the rules. And yet she still tries to defend him, as you will see.
He wasn't pretending.
It didn't sit right with him.
Yeah. Just
talking about when the guy was doing her hair and he was observing.
seeing him like that made me like a little bit more like understanding and accepting of it.
You are delusional, 100% delusional. She is coping to the umpteenth degree. That is what she is doing. There's no way getting around it. She's like a battered woman already and hasn't even really gotten to the relationship yet. She's in the defending phase. Like, this is all the reasons you said you got out of your marriage, and now it's like, but I understood when I saw him hawkeyeing the hairdresser that came in. Like, what, lady? Ah, that's creepy. What?
My bedroom.
This guy, I'm going to have to play every single Zoolander clip in the whole damn movie. We're going to play the whole movie before it's over. Because if he is not the epitome of Zoolander, kind of an idiot model, then I don't know what is. Because this is what he is. He thinks he's hot stuff. He thinks he's the shh. But yet, he's just some loser that wants to be in control. And that's all he is. And she is falling for it. She is falling for that crap. It's ridiculous.
Okay, now you can do your eyes.
Okay.
Because we're a little bit behind schedule.
Yes.
I'm going to get dressed in my dress.
You can't leave.
What? What? He told her, the Adnan told her that she couldn't leave. She had to be present when guys were present. Now, this is a guy she sent in, but she was talking about for the hairdresser as well. And now she is following that. She's not like, and even the friend is like, I thought you were like, he'd leave and be like, all right, it's cool. You can go do your makeup. She's like, no, 100% adhering to it. That is battered woman syndrome. Afraid of what he's going to do, only not quite to that level yet. She's trying to appease him. But that's what it is. Like, come on. It's just like, it's the videographer. Like, if you don't want to put yourself in that situation, don't want to be around other men, fine, personal decision. But he's telling you this when he's sending other men to be around you. It makes absolutely no sense and is 100% a control thing. This is not going to end well for you, and you are not going to be happy. But I don't know how long she puts up with it, but she is not anywhere near being able to come to an actual reasonable conclusion about this relationship. So we will see how it plays out. But I don't know why she's coping so much, but I feel bad for her. I do feel a little bit bad for her because it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, Loren and Faith seem to be on a first-class ticket to hell if you really think that, all the signs are there, which is what it appears. He is lying about everything, and Faith is just like, I'm just trying to be with someone, but yet, oh, by the way, Faith wants to go to the United States, and he wants to stay there. And he's got like $43 in his pocket. But listen to this logic.
All you have for this trip in the Philippines?
$43.
I'm going to have some more money, but it's like an appending charge.
Oh.
So I just got to keep checking my bank to see if it shows back up. I'm sure eventually I'll have...
What the hell are you talking about? It's an appending charge, and it just needs to show. You don't leave a pending charge hoping your paycheck... Anything can go wrong with the bank. You fly to potentially not leave the Philippines with not even having your last paycheck deposited. Is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Anything can go wrong, and you had $43 in your pocket.
Is there anything you want at the market?
Like what?
I have some money.
$43 exchanged. 43.
Yeah, let's see. Because we need to budget your money.
So explain to me why Faith is the one that is more reasonable about money. Faith is the one that's cleaning, hotels and actually has a job, when Loren can't seem to hold down 3 jobs and even have a place to put his head at night. What? Something is seriously wrong. Either he has a serious spending issue, like a shopaholic, which is what I'm going to venture to say. Of course, he says rent's expensive in the United States. Dude, with 3 jobs, you can find a budget place to rent, and you're just crashing on people's, couches and stuff. No, what happens is you want to spend money, and you would rather just be a burden on your friends who you sleep with as payment sometimes, is what it would seem, and then just, couch surf so you can spend your money on whatever you want. You are worthless, and that's what this is.
Right? So there's an idea where I don't just go home. I just stay here somehow.
This is the first time, by the way, that Faith is hearing about this. There's an idea. No, you had an idea. You didn't bring it up to anybody. I mean, that face right there says it all. Like, what the hell are you doing? He's got to be one of the biggest liars we've seen.
I don't know what to think about this.
Not too happy, that's what.
So po, mas better if you bring Faith in the States and you're gonna work there. Maybe yes.
Yeah. 100%.
But the issue is how.
What?
Because in America, I'm homeless.
What a worthless piece of human debris. Again, look at the face. Like, Faith is like, what? One after another. What is going on here? This is the problem with lying. You think you want to get what you want. Oh, by the way, he hasn't told Faith that he wants to be in an open relationship and just bang whoever he wants to bang because he's a whore. But, we'll get to that.
Philippines is not good.
Yeah, not
I'm
good.
worried for Faith kasi baka si Loren ginagamit niya si Faith. Kasi si Faith is
Stable
a job
job.
stable. Kasi yun ang gusto niya.
Yes, 100%. He is a gold digger for the Filipino... He is a gold digger for Faith, who is working in a hotel because basically he's like, everything's cheap. Faith can pay for things and then we can just kind of move on from there. He didn't say that, but that's what he thinks. And actually his logic gets worse when he thinks about what he could actually do for work. This guy has got to be high.
Really hard. And whatever I do...
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Is going to have to be for Faith. Because we have to be happy.
Oh, it's for Faith.
I realize that everything I revealed today about my finances and my want to leave America is a lot for Faith to take in right now.
Yeah,
but I've put a lot of thought into this. So one of my ideas is I get a computer job in the U.S. and I just do it in the Philippines.
Oh.
Do you have those skills?
Do you have those skills?
I have some IT training. I can answer a phone and take phone calls, and that'll be enough.
You have no training. I have some IT training. I can answer a phone. Every computer IT guy wants to slap you right now. You are the biggest idiot I think I've ever seen. If you had those skills, you wouldn't have been homeless in the United States. You're a dummy, and you know what? Idiot of the Year award goes to this fool. And if his man card hadn't already been taken, clearly, I would take it away. But it's been revoked long ago, my friend. So you are an idiot. I can't with this guy. I just can't. He is literally saying that I can get a job in the United States, some sort of IT job, do it in the Philippines, and that's fine because I've had some IT training and I can answer a phone. What on earth? Is something broke in his brain? He is literally the lowest IQ person I think I've seen up here. And I can't say I'm surprised. I feel bad for Faith. Faith is trying to cope with this and make it seem like it's for love when he is literally just trying to ride off Faith's money. Good luck with that.
I don't feel like Mama Ding thinks I'm the best option because, you know, I told her I was homeless. But at least she knows that I accept Faith for who she is.
Oh my gosh. The fakest cry. Same energy. Yes, that energy. Hollywood award goes to the Razzie, actually, because you ain't getting the Oscar for that fake cry. Not a single tear comes down. Oh, I do it for Faith, says the person who has lied about living in, having a home, has lied about having stable income, has lied about bringing Faith to the United States. Well, how much more lying can you do? So I'm supposed to believe the non-crying, non-tears, emotion that you have? No. Again, biggest idiot I think I've ever seen.
I always planned on talking to Faith about having an open relationship once I got to the Philippines.
Did you really?
But this probably isn't the best way to broach that conversation.
What he is referring to is the fact that a friend seemed to text him and state that they had gonorrhea of the throat. And oh, by the way, it was after a night out and, he went over to, he says her house, and, she decided to do a little something, and then she got gonorrhea of the throat, and he has gonorrhea of his junk. So you do the math. But the fact is this was like a week ago, and you still haven't said, hey, Faith, I want to sleep with everyone under the sun, but you're my number one. You're my main chick. Like, what on earth is this guy doing? And now he has a disease who, thankfully, Faith didn't do anything with him. Otherwise, Faith would have it now. So, like I said, biggest idiot award. It's only going to get worse. I don't know why he's up here, because he makes himself look like just the villain of the show. And there's been some pretty bad ones. Now, Bryan seems to continue to have a problem with, or at least become an increasingly more of a problem with being honest. He still hasn't really said that what's the truth behind his paralyzation, which I called, by the way, and we'll see. But that, accompanied with simple things like his age, talking about his dad's 54. He said, that's my age. I'm 51. What?
Sabia não?
What?
Você não sabia a verdade?
Bryan, 51?
She is literally confused right now. And you know why? Because she goes on to say that when they met, he said he was 43. They've been talking for 2 years, 45. Now, why the hell would a man lie about his age? Like, we don't tend to do that, really. Like, no one, who cares? But he likes to try, he goes on to try to do some damage control. Like, I never said that. Like, she's pretty adamant. And that look on her face was pretty damn sure that I had no clue that you were in your 50s. Now, it's only 6 years, but still, it's like, what more are you lying about?
Então, eu tô pensando aí, eu nunca contei pra você que eu vendi droga.
Yes, 100% called it. So, I don't think I called it on this show, but I was talking to my wife about it when we were sitting there, and there's more to it. He didn't just get shot. Carjacking maybe, but it probably had to do with dealing drugs. And the fact is that's exactly what it was. He was a dealer, and it goes on to say a user, so an addict. Now, no judgments here on the addict part. People can change. I did, and not go back, not look back, not care, be happy with the new life, but also have sympathy. But he's still, with these little lies he's telling, he's still got that addict behavior, and that is a problem.
I didn't talk to my mom for probably...
Yeah, it's called an addiction, buddy.
3 years.
Yeah.
But I was making money.
Of course.
More money than all of them put together.
Guess what happens when you become an addict? You don't care about other people. You might love your family deep down, but priority is getting high because it's that instant gratification, because it's that instant feel good. You get that, I'm great, I'm doing great, I'm feeling good, I don't need to talk to no one. That's why it's so hard to walk away. So, and it's so hard to think back. That's why this emotion on him is genuine, because he's thinking back to what it was and what, he did and the people he hurt. That's a tough thing to reconcile with. It is really hard to think back to all the people you hurt. So there, I have sympathy for him. But this whole lying thing about stupid stuff just isn't going to play out. And it's not going to work well for any kind of relationship you're in.
Nunca usei droga.
Ah, there you go.
E eu não aceito esse tipo de coisa assim, sabe?
Well, there you go.
Não tô bem com essa notícia, não.
She's like, what on earth? I don't do drugs. I don't associate with criminals. Now, yes, I understand it's like 20 years ago. But if you really don't feel like you have anything to hide, why? You've been talking to this girl for 2 years. Why on earth did you not just mention it? By the way, you've been talking to someone forever. Like, if I talk to someone for, a few weeks, if I'm comfortable enough, they're going to know I'm an addict. Been there, done that, done drugs. They can look at me however they want. I've accepted that. That's why I'm like, people who say they look at me weird and everything like that. Yeah. You tell someone you're an addict, they immediately look at you with distrust, and rightfully so. It's on me to prove myself, and, if it's someone new, I don't have to prove myself to them, so why take offense to it? But we'll see how he still hasn't gotten over that aspect of it.
Upset, I guess, because I feel like I'm being judged.
Yes, you are being judged.
The comments that got to me were, you were a drug dealer before.
Yes.
You can revert back to that, tomorrow.
Yes.
If you were walking, maybe you'd be selling drugs. Maybe you're not selling drugs now because you're not walking.
Yeah. All of that is very valid. Now, I hate the term validate your feelings, but when he's making valid statements here, it's like, and he's trying to act like they're not. Like, how dare you? My man, you did sell drugs. You could revert back. If you know anything about being an addict, who I would assume you do because you were using drugs, you know that you are only one drink away, one sniff away, one pill away, whatever, from reverting right back to where you are. Why the hell would she assume that you wouldn't go back to selling drugs if you reverted back to using drugs? And yes, if you weren't in the wheelchair, there's a good chance that maybe you would still be doing what you do or be actually dead. Maybe you would have, reverted to a better life or something like that, but we won't know. And you taking offense to it because you just dropped a bomb on someone after being with them for 2 years and telling them one story when it wasn't the truth, yeah, you can't get offended. Stop being so paper thin skin, buck up and be like, yep, you know what? I apologize. That was a part of my life I regret, but I want you to know I'll do better next time and be honest with you. And stop taking offense to this crap. It's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. People have everything is so thin-skinned now. Now, Sunny and Veah are going to be the real interesting ones because you ever heard of an unstoppable train meeting an immovable object? And yet you can imagine the disaster that them hitting each other would be. That is what this is going to be, or at least would assume it would be. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe. When she brings the boyfriend who she hasn't told, or the ex-boyfriend who she hasn't told her current boyfriend, fiance, whatever he is, that he's coming. And yet he's there at the airport. This should be interesting.
Sunny is born and raised Muslim.
Yes.
But I've definitely met stricter Muslims.
Dude. Yeah, dude. And you know why? Because this guy, not only is he telling you, you had Adanon like, oh, let me please wait until, we get married to have sex. I don't know what they did beforehand, but she's like naked in the shower with her phone, letting him watch, so basically sexting with him. And, obviously he's doesn't have any religious qualms about it. And he goes out to clubs and drinks and all that, which is also, well, at least the drinking. I don't know about the club thing, but the drinking thing I know is a no-no for Muslims. So obviously he is not a super religious practicing Muslim. He prays, but other than that, plenty of people in religion aren't the best practicing ones. I'm not questioning his faith, maybe believes whatever. Either way, he likes his vices. Suntan lotion.
Okay.
Suntan lotion.
Zaira is really high maintenance.
She only drinks bottled water. Her favorite.
Okay, no. I can't. I cannot. Your dog only drinks bottled water and you put sunscreen on your dog. Like something. Run, Sunny, run. I'm on your side. Run, my friend.
Rory's been with me through a lot of things in life.
Oh.
He knows all the struggles I've been through with my family. He was there for me during the worst time of my life.
This is going to be the problem because you were so close with this ex. Why aren't y'all together? Why didn't y'all just make it work? We'll see about that.
Around that time, me and Rory were pregnant.
Oh.
And we ended up losing our baby.
And there it is. And that is a horrible tragedy. And she goes on to say that after that, they kind of drifted apart. It's not that you wanted different things. You had a trauma, a tragedy. And unfortunately, it broke y'all up. But y'all are still very close. So really, working through things, they seem like they're the very compatible ones. He's the one there for her and everything. But such a trauma can cause a wedge and create a lot of issues. But them continuing to say we just wanted different things, I'm sorry, but that's just not accurate. And the fact is y'all are still very close, but for whatever reason, probably out of a fear because of the trauma that came with losing your child, that y'all are afraid to be together again. These are wounds that don't close easily. And these are wounds that continue to remain, especially with how close you are, while still trying to foster another relationship. This is not going to be, and when I say, a lot of times I say this isn't going to end well and stuff like that because the craziness it is, this one right here, actually could have some real emotional, traumatic things that end it instead of just the craziness that is the people. Because that's not something you just let go of. And her ex-boyfriend, who she still claims has been with her through all this, is still in her life. It's going to be very difficult. I can't begin to understand. So my, condolences for that, because it is absolutely horrific that they lost their child, and I feel awful for them for that. Now enter my guy, Niles and Matilda, who we have not met yet, and we'll get to in the next episode, mostly. I love this guy already. This is my favorite. Guy.
So it's just the two of you guys?
Yes.
I imagine this campaign is going to be a little bit more linear than usual.
I want to hang out with this guy. I want to, the fun, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever the craziness they are. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not the ultimate nerd. I can't talk to you about a lot of these different, comic books and all that. I wish I could, but I can't. But I want to hang out with this guy. I'm sorry. It just looks like a good time. Y'all want to go to clubs and do all that stuff? I want to hang out with the guys at the table playing a crazy board game and, imagine you're in some crazy different world. That sounds like a good time.
I feel that I'm someone worthy of having a marriage, of having a family, of having happiness.
And that's sad. That's sad that he feels that way, but he went on to say in the beginning that he was diagnosed with, autism spectrum disorder, so he's autistic on some very high functioning, but he definitely has issues with the socialization and things like that. So this girl from, I don't know, dating app or whatever, it messaged him on Facebook or something like that, comes in and, you deserve this, you deserve to be a king and all these kind of things. And he's like, he wants to feel loved. He wants a companion. Like, I feel really bad for this guy because he seems like a really nice guy. He's very high fun. It's not like he's, got a whole lot of issues. He's got it together. He's working. He's doing what he's got to do. He could find someone. It's just the social thing is tough. And so you have someone like that she just don't seem like she really wants it for the right reasons.
Bringing her over here to America.
Right now.
Not right this instant.
Interesting.
Okay.
We're still discussing that.
Uh-huh.
But she wants to get married on this trip.
And you don't see a problem with that? What on earth, my man? She wants to get married on this trip. You're talking to her. She wants to come to the United States. She said that, and she wants to get married on this trip. If you don't see the writing on the wall, and the problem is he's like, subtleties are not his strong suit. So he doesn't get like that. Maybe there's something more here. This girl's expressing love. She must mean it, right? No, instead, she clearly wants a ticket to the U.S.
Wants to get married on this trip.
Wow. And now I'm kind of freaked out.
I wonder why he's freaked out.
You got us a little worried here.
Yeah, my worry level just went through the roof.
Yeah. Why would it
Around
not?
5 months ago,
And so he says around 5 months ago, he went ahead and proposed to her. So she took that and ran with it. And she was working this whole game from the beginning. I haven't even met the girl yet. She ain't in it for the right reasons. Not a one.
That might be something that I have to tell her once we sit down and we can look each other in the eyes.
Whoa.
All right.
Come out.
Friends, call him out.
Are you afraid to tell her no?
Yes, you ask him.
Scared to tell her no? Like, no, let's not get married
Straight
right
up
now.
question.
That's just it. To tell you the truth, Bryan.
Yeah, truth, yes.
I am.
At least he's honest. He straight up said, I'm afraid to tell her no. You think she doesn't know that? You think she doesn't know she can get whatever she wants? This poor guy is about to bring this girl over, and once she gets there, she's either going to leave you immediately or abuse you, be awful to you because she knows she can get away with it, and you're just going to be in this horrible marriage that, is all for a green card. Does that seem like something good to you? This poor guy, man. I feel really bad for this guy because he seems genuine and he just wants someone to spend his life with. That's it.
This is all part of why I can't get married on this trip.
Makes sense, money.
In addition to a wedding being an expense that I don't quite think I can afford right this instant, I do think we need to spend some time together before we just commit ourselves to each other for the rest of our lives.
Like, the most common sense of the show goes to Niles. We need to spend some time before we commit each other, to the rest of our lives. Smartest stuff he's ever said. Now, the question is, can he commit to it?
I want us to have our wedding.
Now, he's saying, like, maybe we need to wait. He does say it to her. However,
at the end of your trip.
She's like, nope. We're
going to have our wedding.
Yeah, see, she knows. She knows. He doesn't know what to say.
I hope you will not disappoint
Look at her. I hope you will not disappoint me. Like, she's really going hard.
Yeah, I know. Very happiest day in my life.
Happiest day.
You are a supportive man.
I love you.
So not only did he not outright just say it's not happening, we need to get to know each other better, but he ends up almost committing to more because he says, I want it to be the happiest day of your life. I want it to be the greatest day of your life. And he goes in on that, but never actually says, but we are not doing it on this trip. So not only does he not take it off the table, he basically says, and it's going to be this most extravagant wedding while I'm there. God, this guy, man, she is using the hell out of him. And I feel bad for him, but I hope it works for him. I hope he realizes, I hope he's not hurt too bad. I hope he doesn't ride it out for years in a marriage when she is just using him. I really do, because I don't want that guy to get hurt. I like that guy. We'll see how it all pans out when all is said and done. Fun for this reality train wreck rolling forward. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate all the support, and I will see y'all next time.